Tales from the Film Set watch party of Moon Knight. Before we get started, we're going to be continuing our conversation about actors that surprisingly have not made their way into the MCU and whether or not Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider should make an appearance. So, back to you guys.
I'm going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to say, as good as Nick Cage is for, doing his brand of acting, I just don't see it meshing in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
It's too far gone from what I think they would probably want to do with a Ghost Rider.
Right. And I agree with...
Actually, they just did the honest trailer for both Nick Cage movies, and
that's what just brought my attention to it. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, and he's kind of wackadoo.
Yeah.
And again, everything he does is wackadoo. If I really think about it, if you wanted to get Nick Cage in the MCU,
mm-hmm.
you'd probably have to go with like a real one-off weirdo kind of character, almost a comedic character.
Right.
I would almost say the Impossible Man from Fantastic Four lore.
Well, we are due for another Fantastic Four or Fan Four stick.
Yeah, he's basically just like a green-skinned alien with shape-shifting capabilities, kind of fourth wall breaking powers in the same way of Deadpool, but not exactly. So it's one of those things where I feel like if you want Cage, you let him loose and just put some CGI on him.
Screaming at the door.
Yeah, that's not happening.
But yeah. The entire run of like Nick Cage movies dating back to like whatever the 1980s, whatever, that one where he wins the lottery alongside Bridget Fonda.
Oh, It Could Happen to You.
Yeah, which sort of was based on a true story about a cop that literally did that. He basically promised this waitress, is like, if I win the lottery on this lottery ticket, I'll split it with you. And he won, and he split it with her.
Oh.
The whole Rosie Perez subplot never happened, but that was actually based on something that legit did happen, and he honored the deal. So, but
I mean, good for him. I mean,
yeah.
You kind of have to wonder if him and the waitress ever did become friends afterwards, or started dating, got married, anything like that. Because when someone does that something for you, you might want to stick around with them. They seem like good people.
Yeah, but. Yeah, that was a very subdued Nick Cage, but like subdued in a likable way, not like subdued where he was just bored to be there.
Right. It was during like that time when he was really just like coming into his own. He had been working in the 80s, but it wasn't until like stuff like, Leaving Las Vegas and all the more melodrama stuff he was doing at that time that people recognized him. Then he was able to go off his rocker.
Yeah.
But actually, Devani, you missed it before we got to Nick Cage. Scott had mentioned that he's surprised Ewan McGregor hasn't been put into the MCU yet, considering him, like Oscar Isaac, is basically just connected to Disney because of Star Wars. And obviously, Oscar Isaac was brought in for this, been bringing a new character. I don't know who they could bring Ewan in as. Do you have any thoughts?
Ewan McGregor.
I know it's tough to think about because obviously he's an elder statesman at this point.
Right.
I was going with the idea of maybe you go to Jupiter Ascending Point and you just put like a wig on him and make him Sentry. Because I feel like he could do like the dramatic chops for the kind of turmoil that character has, but I wasn't sure if you had any other ideas.
Well, it's a lot of actors that, that's not actually relevant, like, because of what they did. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it's a lot of actors that Disney is pretty much not keeping an eye on due to the fact that probably they're not in what Disney considered an A+ player.
Oh, don't be going with the wrestling analogies now.
I am going with the wrestling analogies. Like, they're not
okay, Steph.
To them. Like, Johnny Depp should have been pretty much, let's see, Riddler.
Okay. I could see it.
Will Smith in the MCU? Good question. Can we see him as Blue Marvel? Or can we see him as another character that nobody would think of? I definitely can't see him as Luke Cage. Come on, that slap was weak anyway. So
Oh,
anyway,
no. Yeah.
Well, by the way,
No credibility
it
there.
has not been weak on YouTube. There has been a lot of comments about that video you put up.
oh Lord,
Dude, there's still comments coming in on that on all sides of it. You were right when you're like, this is going to get flack, and you know what? It did for the channel.
wow.
Devani,
Yeah,
why are you causing problems?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, the latest one is basically it was unfair to like link all of black culture into all of this, but I don't have a say on this because I'm not black, I'm white.
Well, but I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
and thank you whoever said it for their opinion.
Yeah.
Granted, but at the same time,
Yeah, but I could also
can't-
see that happening because you had like 3 prominent people of Hollywood involved in this thing.
Mhm.
And then there's that one picture of all the white actors reacting like, "Oh my stars and garters." It's it's not a good
Well,
look.
Lupita Nyong'o in the back. I mean, you saw her reaction. When Will,
Oh, yes,
when Will she dropped the first F-bomb, she just like,
But
I'm on
hers
camera
were more
for this
like
right
her
now.
reaction was more subdued rather than like,
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman who was like, "Oh,
Oh, was that
Like-
the hands over the face? Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I
with
love The
the
Rock.
whole
He was just like,
Botox just went out the window with Nicole Kidman. But yeah, we have to make jokes in light and see, like to
oh
me,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're still human. Like I said, you're right. Whoever said that comment, they're still human. Yes, but at the end of the day, throughout history, that's something that's going to be played in people's memories. This is going to be something in the historic factor. I'm going to be honest with you because you can't. It's like that one person that you thought was wholesome. And I understand people may disagree, but at the same time, we never saw Will Smith get in any type of trouble. Any type of trouble.
No, if anything, he's just losing business that really hasn't started yet."
And yeah, surprisingly,
Exactly.
he hasn't been in the MCU yet either.
Exactly.
No,
Denzel haven't been in the NCU.
Forget Will Smith. We need Alfonso Ribeiro.
I can't with
Oh
the Alfonso
God!
Ribeiro thing.
Come on, man! You gotta get Carlton into this.
Although I will say this, the MCU has shown that it can also be a redeemer of Hollywood. So you
Yeah.
can say that someone's not an A+ player or anything, but don't forget, the MCU started on the back of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark,
Right.
which at that
I see where you're
time,
going with this.
they were pretty much going with a low ball paid actor to fill that role. So that this way they didn't know if it was going to go well or not. So let's just go ahead and throw him in.
Right.
And look at what happened.
Yeah.
Possibly the most beloved character in the entirety of the franchise.
And his decision and Jon Favreau's decision to ad-lib that ending set a tone for the entire MCU.
You know who I want to see get redeemed? And is also connected via Disney. Put Lindsay Lohan in the MCU.
She's making her headway. She had that Planet Fitness commercial just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so she's working her way back up.
Reactions. So, I mean, sunrise, sunset. But I could see Lindsay Lohan going ahead and just being more of like, kind of like someone that would be in like She-Hulk. Someone with like a comedic MCU spin. Not don't make her do the dramatics, but make her do something. She could even be Squirrel Girl, I would say. Maybe not the best choice, but if you want to go with someone, if you want to go with someone who can do comedy and has name recognizability, to go ahead and bring up this character who, let's face it, is goofy as all hell. Why not, Lindsay?
No.
Is that the hashtag? Why not, Lindsay?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Not
You say no. Tell me why?
Because there's other actresses, and even that Squirrel Girl has to be at a certain age. Lindsay is not at that age to play Squirrel Girl.
To be fair, they could play around with the aging of some of this stuff.
They could,
she could have been like, someone who was a hero but never really got talked about until like, something happens and it actually puts her in the limelight.
But remember, it has to make sense to the audience.
Yes. And
By the way,
I have all the faith in the world that the writers for the MCU can go ahead and spin something around. If it were DC, I'd worry.
how many of y'all got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness tickets?
I have not
I
yet.
did not get the tickets yet. Why?
I got mine, but not on the day I wanted to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Which is like, and not where the place I wanted to go, because it was that crazy getting those tickets.
Are you like way out like I don't know, Western New Jersey somewhere?
Nah, I'm
Like
at
downtown?
I'm gonna be at Essex Green?
okay, I'm familiar with that. I wouldn't go there, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, I really didn't want to go there, but it is what
Well,
it
it's a
is.
little farther off, yes.
Well, not that far from me, but I was thinking about doing it in New York, going to see it, something like that. But guess what? I gotta make do what needs to be done. Guess what? I'm going to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Well,
Thank you
to
for
be
the
fair, we
sacrifice.
all will.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not going to happen. If anything, I can
No.
see more shows being added in that time before it actually releases. So I'm not necessarily stressed about getting a ticket.
No. You don't know how stressful this is. This is like the epitome of
Look, it was one
every.
thing. It was one thing when I went to go ahead and see No Way Home because that was like the first real big movie back in theaters. That I can understand the rampant demand for grabbing your seat while you still can, because obviously lots of people wanted to get back in theaters. Now that's kind of subsided, and as good as the movie probably will be, I'm not going to be stressed about it. Look, I'm not getting an NFT from AMC this time, so I really don't care.
Mhm. But to be honest with you, this drew more of more people. I'm going to be honest. I really think Doctor Strange drew more people than Spider-Man No Way Home.
Ooh, I
That's a
don't know
tough
about
sell.
that.
I know
Disney's
it's a
clearly
tough
hoping
sell,
for that.
but after looking at how quick those seats filled up for Friday, was it Wednesday? No, was it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got other things to worry about getting my money into. I've got concerts to go see. I'm trying to see Chris Rock this summer at PNC Bank Arts Center.
You and
I
everybody.
gotta manage my money properly. There's a lot going on in 2022 because now we can do things in 2022.
Wait,
So
how much is the tickets?
I mean, lawn seat alone is just $51, and I don't know if they're doing the upgrades like they usually do, but it goes from 51 to 61 to like 230, 250, boom, 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 boom.
I'll do better going to a concert.
For me, it's stand up. You
I
don't have
understand.
to necessarily see the dude on stage unless it's Carrot Top. All right, you can just listen to the jokes. So I'm fine sitting on the lawn.
I met him in person, so I'm set.
I've seen him at Stress Factory before, where it's like face to face. It's like I ain't stressed about it.
Well,
Ironically, considering a
Yeah, I
Stress
was going to say
Factory.
that. So,
But
all right,
anyway, we
gentlemen.
should be getting underway for the
Yeah, I was
show.
going to say,
A
you
lot
want
of
to get this
people are
rolling? About
CSPNS, and
5:15 at this point. So.
we've done enough Marvel talk. We have to get back
yeah.
onto the show that we're going to see right now. Episode
Yeah.
2, Summon the Suit.
Now,
I'm
rumor
sure
has
everyone's
it that
queued up.
apparently the episodes start to dip in quality.
What?
I just from people that have screened apparently the first 4. I don't know if there's truth to that. We're going to find out in its own due time, but rumor has it. Rumor has it.
No. But here's the thing. I will say this prefacially before we start. If they do start to decline, I will not be surprised. Because again, this is the first origin story that we're getting as far as the Disney Plus shows. So there's going to be a lot of exposition. Lord knows we had enough of it in the last episode. I'm sure we'll get more now. As long as there's a decent amount of action to make Devani down there go ahead and start squealing, that's all that matters.
And by no means draw any comparison to the last season of Doctor Who, where you have a quirky guy who crashes a museum, starts telling stories even though he's actually not a museum guide, and happens to be having mutual crush with someone who works there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last season of Doctor Who, too.
Yeah.
With the new character they introduced.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stilling, I see.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's British, so I mean, if it works, don't mess with it.
Exactly. It's a system. So
Yeah.
I'm currently sitting at 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm just at 0, 0, 0.
You're even better than the rest of us. So
no, because this guy been complaining.
Well, I'm going to be starting at as you do the countdown, I'm going at 2. You all can go at go because my stuff buffs.
So, all right. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam.
I pressed you.
Previously, Moon on.
God.
Should we pause this?
Should we pause?
Come on. Okay, yeah, Disney Plus. Done.
All right, let's pause this right here.
Where you at?
I'm at 24.
20 seconds.
Okay.
I'm at 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a typical thing for us in this case. By the way, did you guys
I'm telling you right now, this is the last time. This is the last time. I am taking my PS4. I am bringing it into this room. I am connecting a cord. I am not dealing with this Wi-Fi bullshit.
This never happens to me. This never happens
I'm not doing it. Amazon Fire Stick and kiss my ass.
All right, so basically you just hit play. Like I said, he's at 20. So when you get close to it, just let me know.
Yeah.
So when we get to 20. All right, hold on.
Actually, we have to talk Suicide Squad or Justice League 2, by the way, today.
Okay.
God. All right, I'm just gonna let it play because if I try to go forward or backward, it's like it takes me to 50 seconds or back to the beginning.
It's like when you fast forward basically on the DVR and you go like 3 minutes past it, and then you go basically a minute and a half.
20 seconds.
You're at 20 seconds. Okay, so counting down again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. There I go.
This is some bullshit, man. I'm sorry. I've got the lighting. I've got the camera. I've got everything else. But the Wi-Fi. Go with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that was Ethan Hawke at first.
Like I said, it was a jackal. They proved it. So now you can use that Family Guy clip of when they do Pictionary.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ryan as Moon Knight.
No, it's me saying, jackal, that's a jackal, right? That's a jackal. And I was right. It was a jackal.
Look for the sign of the jackal-headed man, Anubis Markets.
Not the jackal, which is an actual Spider-Man villain, but...
Wait. Stewie. That's a jackal, am I right?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
I said Stewie. To be honest with you, that's a jackal, right?
Technically, it's not Stewie that says it. It's some guy, and Stewie's like, "You weren't right the first time with it."
Creature roaring. No creatures being shown, but creatures definitely roaring.
Yeah.
There's gonna be something dropping on the sand.
Or really super tight on the car on the.
Oh. Oh, that must suck.
This is where we need JT's wah wah.
Wah wah wah. I do the
Did he break his nose?
Yeah, no, it was a little curve there. All right, Oscar Isaac, stand in. While we're setting up the scene, we need you to lie down and have your nose turned closer to the side. Go. The fact that it's back in London always makes me happy. Spider-Man was in London too. Maybe I like that part of it.
It was?
Second one was,
Second one, yeah. I thought you were talking about third one.
No.
Oh, what got fixed? Or rather, what got damaged? That was really familiar too. But... It was a weather balloon. That is a lot of TVs.
Yeah. Well, is this going to be one of the inevitable things where like Moon Knight doesn't show up? It's because he's doing the whole setup here. It's like you can kind of almost see it coming. It's like,
Yeah, no, this is clearly like Jim Carrey trying to put the mask on, and
that was
it only works at night.
Yeah. Oh, good, it's him. Yeah.
Still can't get the name right. It's like when people call me Brian.
I'm
just crying a bit.
Any second now.
That's why the camera's a little jumpy.
The fact that British people insult people by calling them a donut is freaking great. I love that.
Larry in maintenance, the true villain of this story.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a jackal. A jackal.
Yeah. Jackal. Yeah. Smile for the camera. Yeah. He doesn't look at all evil there, though.
Yeah.
It's not me. Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Interesting, though. It's like, is that supposed to be him with the wraps on or no? It's like, how you doing? All right.
Yeah, you doing okay? Yeah. There it is.
I don't know. A doctor in England?
Get some help.
Yeah, he'll pop right over. Little blue man in a box.
Yeah. Or little blue.
Yeah, I can't say little man in a blue box. That would be too much copyright.
So you got this guy who's hyper, and stressed out and all this kind of stuff, and you give him coffee? Yeah, maybe that's tea. It's England.
Let's see if the scarab comes up.
The name tag.
No, inside the pocket, maybe he's looking for her.
No. Name tag.
Oh yeah.
That is property of the museum.
Some mysteries at the museum.
Oh, so I did learn that that's actually a character from the comics.
Is it now?
Yeah. I believe the character's name is Crowley. He's an informant for Spectre.
Oh.
That would okay. The eyes are moving a little bit there too. Inside the statue.
Yeah, the writers confirmed it, so I'm imagining once he finally starts talking to him.
He moved.
Mark, what the hell's wrong with you?
He moved.
He half hugged him in return, yeah.
Like,
God, I miss London. It's fucking awesome. Even the homeless guys are nice. Stephen Grant, Mark. Jason Bourne, David
Just
Webb.
Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, that's good because apparently he does.
Again, this is literally like, the Bourne identity right now. He's going to go into the storage locker. He's going to find all this stuff. He'll probably be shocked by it.
Yeah, it's supernatural espionage story.
And the funny thing about it, in the Bourne Identity book, the villain he went after was a guy called Carlos the Jackal.
Oh.
Just saying.
All right.
They never use Carlos the Jackal in the movies though. But
or maybe Born Identity
yeah,
got
that's the
it
QR code
from
that I talked to you about this morning.
Moon Knight comics.
Yeah, I mentioned there was a QR code. I think I tagged you on something.
Right. Yeah, like in the first episode, there's like that scene where he's talking to the girl at the beginning of the museum. There's a QR code where you get it. It takes you to like the first episode of Moon Knight's appearance in A Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
Which that's supposed to be getting its own Halloween special.
So can we say that Moon Knight is a mummy?
No.
You sure?
Well, in order to be a mummy, first you got to be dead.
No, not necessarily. Well, the spirit that the power he has, he is a mummy.
I mean, he's definitely Egyptian based with the wraps and everything, but
hey, he found a gun. Is he gonna have a passport?
You can't say he's mummified because he's not dead.
He's gonna have passport and currency. You know, everything. Okay, currency.
Yeah.
Of different currencies. Yep, and the passport. Oh my God, this is Born Identity.
Marc Spector. There it is.
Spectre has 6 letters. Born has 6 letters.
Wait, Spectre has 7 letters.
SPEC. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I failed.
It's like Stargate. Now they can fly.
F. Murray Abraham.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. I did not kill them. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not kill them. I did not.
You're going to sit down and you're going to shut up.
He's the Avatar. They mentioned Avatar last episode too. Both episodes.
Well, yeah, that's what they're basically known as. Anyone that goes ahead and works for the god. Any god. He's blaming it on the meat sweats.
This is why I'm also thinking maybe hypothetically this is not in the same universe as the rest of the MCU stuff. Because it's like the craziest thing I've ever heard. You had alien invasions. You've seen all this shit go down. So I would love to see this not in the regular MC universe.
Oh, Conchu's not liking that idea.
No, he's not. Yep. What they did with the lights there was fantastic. I like that. Simple, but it was creepy.
It's actually almost kind of fitting that this is happening before Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Because they're really getting into like the horror supernatural landscape of the MCU.
But this is more lighthearted horror.
Well, to be fair, horror always does have a good amount of comedy in it in order to alleviate.
Right.
I don't find horror funny.
Well, for us avid watchers that know what's going
Yeah.
on, trust me, there's
Well,
enough comedy.
I don't know if you read today, but Justice League 2 is coming to HBO Max. So I wonder if they're going to Peacemaker the shit out of that, like they do, like they would, or ramp that up to like they do with Peacemaker.
Well, first it's going to depend which Flash they use.
Mm. Well, you could easily have you could have Iris West.
Like, I'm not good around women.
Yeah. It's not what you said to me last week. Yep.
What should be a different home? Oh no, it's the same. Damn it.
Mhm. And that's his wife.
Hmm.
Who
Mark
obviously doesn't live with
Spector's
him.
wife, or
What's that?
is it Mark Spector's wife? Yeah, it got to be. Or
Probably,
Yeah.
other split personality, because we know it's
Yeah.
not Steven's wife.
Hmm.
Sees the thing, like the brace on the floor.
Wait, who?
His
Well, I
mom.
guess not getting along. Mark's not getting along well with his mom.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So I'm guessing these might all be things that are her.
Say that again.
Like the Steven persona may be some sort of a construct made from memories of her. That way, like, keeps her
Could be.
around without her being around.
Interesting. Good analogy. Good. Good theory. Good theory.
Well, I mean, takes a psycho to know a psycho.
Yeah. What is it? 1 out of 100 are sociopath? Something like that.
Yeah.
Papers.
Hmm.
Oh, don't tell me divorce papers. Oh, damn. Well, Mark would in order to protect
Yeah.
her. That's just superhero 101.
But I'm in love with Mark. I'm not in love with you, Steve or Scott.
I have to
Yeah.
learn to love myself. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, well, that worked out well.
Well, we know who wears the pants. That's not the best response.
Yes.
I think I'm in real
Because
danger.
of the scarab.
Yeah, I'm in real danger. So here, you have it.
They really want this thing. Maybe it's better with you.
Idiot.
No. Quad finches. Felt like our landlord or something. Where's that?
That's a hell of a thing to say. I vandalized the toilet. So many images come up.
That's a DC reference.
Fitzgerald and Kennedy. Check their arms. Check their arms.
Defile the toilet, known as a John, and there's Fitzgerald and Kennedy. JFK. John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
I swear, stuff like this is made for you. Like,
yeah. I can't remember to bring toilet paper up, but somehow I pulled these together.
yeah, they know exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Or who they're looking for.
She's got a very, almost like a Helena Bonham Carter look to her. You notice that? She has a little bit of a Helena Bonham Carter, Layla.
I could see it.
Hair. Yeah.
Actually, look-wise, she almost reminds me of the the Smasher from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's the hair.
Uh-huh.
My identical twin.
Oh,
Whoops.
That's not PG.
Yeah, he even said it. That's dark, man.
Of course you didn't, Steven. That's kind of suspect.
Well, of course they're suspect. It's not like they're taking them to the precinct. Look at that.
Exactly.
That's it. See? Scale.
Good call there. Oh, they're both getting out of the car? No. Bad. Huh.
They're all over.
It's kind of turning into the end of like John Wick 2, you know?
It was a job.
So they have arrested someone who's known for mass executions and all this kind of stuff. They pulled everything up, and they didn't leave one cop in there to keep an eye on him. You know, I obviously it worked out in this case, but I would have thought that would have been a really bad idea.
Well, that's the thing. I think after Arthur met him in the museum last time, I think he has an understanding that there's nothing to worry about all the time.
Yeah, if this thing is that important, you'd be smart about how you handle it. You only needed one of them to be like, "Hey, boss, we got the guy."
See, even knows of Khonshu. Ooh, that's some philosophy right there.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
You did not just Matchbox 20 that.
I did. I totally did.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a thing for the oldies.
Break his windpipe. Khonshu's a savage, man. He's just like, do it, kill him, do it now.
Do it. Yeah. I think I've actually walked down that street in London. It's the way it's curving right now, turning that building. My God, I think
looks familiar.
Yeah, there's like a restaurant right there. Yeah. Oh my God.
I was about to say it just looked like a CD alley. Now it looks like, you know.
I gotta show this to Robin. It's like, is this where we walk to the restaurant?
Studios.
There was a restaurant specific, and I remember walking down something like that. Oh, I gotta show this and find out.
Mandarin. No.
By the way, impressively all in one take as well. So they were able to change the look and the image of all this in a single take.
You're like, break his windpipe. And he's pretty much a nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a question with villains like this that show a certain amount of goodwill and benevolence, but you're not really sure exactly what all these people have possibly given up in order to acquire this. Seriously, it's like Venom. Parasite.
Yeah, actually.
Wow. Now say Lethal Protector. Ah.
Mm.
Actually, it's kind of funny that we were talking about Ghost Rider, considering he's the spirit of vengeance, and
Right.
apparently Moon Knight is in the same territory, getting people after they've already done wrong.
Mm.
Do they really need to all be building up around him? So it's a euthanasia sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because who knows what actually qualifies enough for someone to be evil? Because we saw the old lady who said she lived a good life and she got knocked. Actually, now that I think about it, he's kind of like Thanos.
Better speaking. Just past
You
30
know,
minutes.
more he has a utopian mentality for the future.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is just weed out a good amount of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord knows people are loyal to follow him.
Falls into the whole kill Hitler as a child type thing.
Right. I mean, have you seen kids today?
I feel like you could have explained this a little better. You know, the whole child. Yeah, I feel like this conversation is getting out of Ethan Hawke's hand here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. You know, working with the scales and everything like Harrow does, he works in absolutes. You're either good or you're evil. Any little bit of evil tips the scale. They know it's coming. Where is it? Where is this?
Oh, there we are.
God damn it.
She found the golden snitch.
Well, he ain't say it.
Do what the title of the episode said.
The
soup. The soup.
Scoop.
It's a good soup.
Huh. They got away. I didn't see that coming. Ah, ow. Ow.
Layla. You put him on his knees.
Dropped him to his knees, Layla. Begging Ahmed, please, Layla.
I am super quiet now.
You've been very quiet. I noticed you haven't said much.
Well, this is how he was
He's
last
back-
week. He's just very focused because he enjoys it.
He's probably put us on mute, so basically he doesn't have to listen to us.
Can't fault him for it.
No, not in the least.
Trust me, once the blood and guns start going, he'll perk up.
Does that make me violent? Does that make me intrigued? You decide.
Your name is Toby. Now hit him.
Both? Come on. Ah, oh, damn it.
I'm sorry, this normally doesn't happen to me.
It's all right. Okay. We'll find another. Okay, we'll just find another way. She is remarkably patient about this, given the whole circumstance. Yeah.
Jackal! It's a jackal! Jackal!
Jackal!
Jackal!
Jackal! Hey, cool.
Jackal! You just have to take this and put it with the Family Guy clip, I'm telling you.
Huh.
Oh.
That was neat.
Yo!
Oh! Oh! Really? I've got a little Deadpool in this now, too.
Ah.
He's not very good at this.
You think?
Nah.
What are you doing? I'm kicking my ass.
Oh, and hers apparently too. Ah, there you go.
Ah, okay. So they're just invisible.
Reminded me of Dragon Ball when they got, Master Roshi to see Bulma's boobs too. So they could show the Invisible Man.
That went well. See, this is some horror shit. This is pure paranormal activity.
Is this scary?
I know I shouldn't be laughing at that, but the sound.
Hey, you, get your damn hands off her.
This almost feels like the Deadpool version of Moon Knight.
Dude, it really does, man.
Yes. And it works.
Oh, do you think with Multiverse of Madness they'll somehow do a crossover between them?
I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen.
Dude, could you imagine? People are just sitting there watching this happen,
By the way, the GRC right there on the bus. Interesting little nod.
Ow. Landed very clear, oddly right there.
Put the mask back on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go.
Finally!
Thank you. Exactly my words as well.
See, there he is. This is my final form.
Whoa.
Who needs webbing?
Exactly.
Running with the devil.
It's gonna impale it, I guess.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that is an image.
Yeah.
Fatality.
So venomesque. Oh, did he find it? Oh no, someone did.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
No.
But
At least give the man the soup and the clothing first.
he shall have it in the afterlife.
There's plenty of soup in where he's going.
Yes.
Steaming hot, I guess. Fair assessment. Use the force Poe.
Apparently, the new Lego Star Wars, they've made Poe and Finn an item.
Parasite.
Yeah. If the real cops are going to show up again.
Yes. The real Moon Knight comes out.
Hmm.
They're unnecessarily aggressive.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, maybe he is a mummy.
Hmm.
Told you.
Hmm.
You alter the
Oh,
terms of the
snap.
deal. Pray I do not alter them any further.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm guessing they're in Egypt.
Hmm. He's actually in really good shape, isn't he?
Oh,
For a
he's been
weird
in
gift-
shape like that ever since Ex Machina.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying for a gift shop guy, he's a little well built.
Well, he was a vegan, so
Yeah.
yep, there we go.
Yeah.
That's the Indiana Jones shot we want.
Well, did you ever notice in every series, every time they go to Egypt, there's always a pyramid? You know, just like when in England, you have to have Buckingham Palace in the shot.
Divini's gonna download this soundtrack.
Including Wham from last week. Wake me up. Oh. Hey, Big Ben.
It's a mix with.
I got to admit, it's not a bad beat.
Mm. Line producer Tommy Turtle.
Mm.
All right, I gotta look up Tommy Turtle. Hang on a minute.
I hate to say it. This song actually reminds me of the movie The Dictator, that Sacha
Yeah.
Baron Cohen one.
Oh God.
When they did
Yeah.
dun 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 Aladdin, motherfucker. You know.
I did 3 days on that movie for the end of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had a goat that they were supposed to use for that final scene too. The goat was terrified. And Ethan Hawke.
Marvel
I gotta
Studio
say, for what
presents
he's doing in the show, he's
a
doing it
Kevin
very well.
Feige production.
Hmm. There we go.
You're
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know what you were hearing in regards to like dipping in value and production as the episodes go on.
Hmm.
This is pretty much on par with the last episode. I'd say even probably a little bit more production, considering how much more Moon Knight and how much more Jackal we actually get in this thing.
How much more what?
Jackal! I said Jackal!
whoever's saying that they're they're like Peter Griffin. They iffy.
Eh,
Eh.
eh.
Yeah. So far, it's really entertaining. Like,
this was better than the
on.
first episode. Yes, I'll agree with you on that. I mean, some of it was remarkably predictable, though.
It may be predictable, but it was still at that.
Dude, how many things did I guess correctly?
I think all three of us pretty much nailed a lot of the stuff here.
Mm-hmm. I was like, he's a mummy.
Plot-wise.
Yeah. And then the whole Jason Bourne moment and everything like that. So.
Yeah, it's got the Jason Bourne tropes. It's got the Brendan Fraser mummy movie tropes.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the stuff that you would expect from them trying to make Moon Knight a thing.
Right.
I'd say the only difference between what expectations have been met and what has been surprising is the violence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say more so in the first episode than this episode, because really he was only fighting a jackal. But the violence when they were doing that chase down the mountain and everything, that was some John Wick kind of shit.
Yeah.
Which also, I want to point something out. I watched this separately from you guys, but I want to point out that in that scene there was a point where he's driving the cupcake truck.
Yeah.
Right.
The stunt guy jumps from the truck inside the cupcake truck and then goes inside, and then they do the entire thing with the cupcake smashing him in the face. All of that was done in a single take. From the time he came up, jumped onto the truck, and did all of that, they nailed all of that. I'm very, very impressed with the fact that they're doing so much of this without doing a whole lot of slicing.
Well, I mean, you can say that since they've only done that so far, they were able to take the time and do something like that.
But even with basically just now, when you see it, when they're walking down the street and you see it went from dingy to a little more upscale and energetic, they did all of that in the middle of that take to show the transition, while simultaneously being able to, eventually pan up, and seeing him up on the roof there. So I'm liking the fact that whoever basically designed this, they're doing a lot of long shots with this, and that's always very impressive to do.
You're right.
I think that's supposed to add to the whole idea of, this show kind of gets you a little off edge as to, what may be real and what may not be real, what's physically in front of you and what just may be part of your imagination. We get that when we see the cameras, and it's pretty much just Steve by himself.
Right.
So it does lend a certain amount that if you see that long take and all of a sudden this stuff comes out of nowhere, it does make you wonder, what is it that's actually being seen by the characters and what is just in the mind.
Right.
I mean, even then, Harrow was able to predict what Khonshu was saying. So obviously he didn't hear him like Steve did. But there's enough ambiance and there's enough understanding there that, okay, they know what's going on in this world. We're just trying to see it through their eyes.
Correct.
And we're discovering it through, alongside him in the process.
Right. I can imagine probably next episode we'll probably get a little bit of Steve on his end. Not so much seeing him in the mirror, but maybe we may even see him on the other side of the mirror and how the world is from that perspective, how it feels to be him in that sense.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot more Marc in this one specifically, because it's going to be a lot more Marc centric. Trying.
So it's 6 episodes with this show, right?
Right. We've already gone through 2.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, it's going to be giving you a nice little taste of the horror, supernatural aspects that are coming down the pipe. What with Werewolf by Night happening in for Halloween, and of course we've got the Multiverse of Madness coming up, and I forget what other project is going on this year. Not besides She-Hulk. There was something else they had mentioned. Something scary horror-wise. I think maybe something with Blade. I think they might be introducing him at some point throughout the year.
There is a Blade movie coming out. I forgot who they cast.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
That's why you hear the voice at the end of Eternals.
Yeah.
But I think he may make an appearance.
I wouldn't do that
before his own movie. They might do like a Black Panther thing where they introduce him in another movie, or they may introduce him in one of the Disney Plus shows before giving over to him. Because I don't think we need to see an origin story for that.
Right.
So, all right, gents. Final thoughts if you got it. Final guesses. Honestly, for me personally, yes, this episode was better, in my opinion, better than the first episode, and better than I expected. So,
I think they're equally matched for me. Like, this was really this is like a roller coaster. Like, the acting is on par, the action, the whole horror element played the part where, it wasn't scary enough to me, but I see where Disney is going with it, to the point where it's like supernatural, dealing with the whole Monsters universe setup. Sorry, Sony. DC does it better. I mean, not DC, but
Dark Universe.
But so far, so good. It's like, I'm interested in seeing more of what DC can do with the horror element. Disney, not DC. Why keep seeing Disney? DC. Oh, God.
That's it. We're canceled. No more branding for us.
Exactly. So,
but yeah, I mean, one can only surmise, considering there's only 4 episodes after this, so it's going to be a short story. You can kind of guess where this is all going to lead to. They're all going to get to the tomb. Something's going to happen, and then they're going to have to fight Amit or some other god that's maybe, even worse than she is. We've seen this story before. It's all going to be about the execution in this sense. How much are we really going to go ahead and live in Mark Spector's world now, since he's the one in control? Are we going to give a damn about him? Are we going to care about the marriage? Are any other characters going to be introduced, or is it going to be very self-contained between just Harrow and Spector? Who knows?
I think with 6 episodes, you can't go much
this
more
much
beyond
already
that.
set up and this much already explained. It's a wide open field as to what we can possibly see. But for as predictable as it may be, I do think that there is enough that we can probably guess what could happen. And I think there's going to be definitely a few more surprises.
Nice.
I really have that feeling that we may see a cameo at the final episode.
I don't know. Yeah, but every single time they tease a cameo, and every single time they don't seem to do it.
Well, yeah, because Doctor Strange was supposed to be in WandaVision as people were thinking that Reed Richards was going to be the one that was going to help out with the truck or the wormhole, whatever thing.
Yeah, and then Hawkeye was supposed to have something, and we saw nothing there. I mean, the only cameo we got was the Kingpin, and that was a monstrous letdown anyway.
But that was also a big surprise, because before any word of whether or not Charlie Cox was still going to be in Spider-Man, we had no crossover of that Netflix Marvel universe.
Right,
he was the first.
Kingpin does not lose to Kate Bishop. I'm sorry. No.
Look, he was on vacation. He had the shirt for it. All right.
Yeah.
No.
He was vacation Kingpin.
Don't forget, this is a man who was just in prison and lost everything. He has to build up.
Fact. Still don't see it. But anyway, that's a conversation on a master debate for another time. So yes.
Why?
Because I felt like it. Because without me, there is none of this. So, anyway, yes.
So you're the villain. No.
I don't like to see myself as a villain. I just see myself as basically being alternatively good. So. Yes.
Get $2 million.
All right. So we're going to call it at this point, basically, before this goes any more stupider than it already has.
Yes, please.
Yes. So, all right. Thanks as always for tuning in. I appreciate it. We got Grind My Gears coming up on Friday. Tomorrow night, Brandon, Ernesto, and JD are going to be doing basketball over on the Stream Punk Sports side of things. In the meantime, I'm Scott. That's Ryan. That's Ryan. Yeah, that's defining. It's something like that. Though.
We're gonna we're gonna go to your home and just put things next to the camera. That goes that way. That goes that way.
I've been okay. Let me just point this out. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. No. I got a story that basically I got to go with here. I had a COVID test bright and early in Brooklyn at the same facility that they always have me do this at. Every time I go, I park in a gravel lot. That's about a quarter of a mile away. They don't really like people parking there for too long, but they let it go for some degree if you're willing to do if it's a COVID test. So I'm just sitting there. I'm just getting my bearings, just kind of mindlessly, just lost in my own little world. And someone opens my car door, and someone masked up looks at me dead in the eye, and I'm just like, "Can I help you with something?" And he freaks out, says I'm sorry, slams the door, and runs away. Now, I'm only 70% sure this person was not checking doors, unlocked doors in Brooklyn to see what was inside. 30% of me was sitting there thinking that actually he was checking every single door to steal what was ever in there.
How old was the person?
What's that?
How old were they?
Younger than me.
Oh, okay. So
White
that's
dude.
senile thinking that they were
He had like an N95 mask on, so. But I was sitting there at 6:30 in the morning. The sun is barely up, and I'm just completely unaware of what's going on. All of a sudden, boom, the door just opens. Because Brooklyn's got a Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, given the circumstances, I guess we can let you be the way you are for a day.
For just a day. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, for as long as we're here, but
the
show's ending.
Or as long as I'm here, basically, an unfortunate accident should happen to me at some point.
I mean, just lock your car doors. That's all you need to know.
Dude, not the weirdest thing. Not the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, because he comes in and he goes inside your car, sits next to you, and you're like,
no, I never. He didn't sit down.
The only thing funny would be like he sits down next to him and is like, "So, can I talk to you about your car's limited warranty?"
No, the only time that I can remember a total stranger sitting down in my car was someone that was a prostitute, and I will get to that story another time. No, I did not solicit in any way. It was just a very odd set of circumstances, but I'm saving that story for another time. It was on a film set, though.
So you're saying the production company hired her?
All right, fine. I actually thought that this prostitute was in fact a PA, and she's like, "Well, I could take you to set." I'm like, "All right," and then they sit down. I'm like, and she's like, "How much you got?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh," and then suddenly it dawns on me, oblivious and naive that I am. This was not a production assistant for basically the show Billions filming in Yonkers. This was a prostitute who thought I was soliciting them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know take you to set was buzzword.
Apparently it could be. I didn't know, because sometimes you don't always know what a PA. I mean, I've seen some weird shit, as far as PA, what I thought was a PA and everything.
Yeah. So now next time I'm somewhere and they say, I'm going to take you to set, I'll be like, how much?
Exactly.
See how they react.
But like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Sorry. Different conversation. Let's go.
Yeah. So, all right. So I figure we'll end it on that note. That's,
yes, please.
Random people basically coming into my car, or expecting me to be coming in my car.
Phrasing.
So anyway, I'm Scott. That's Ryan. Did I get it right this time? Yes, I did. That's Devani down there. Yes, I can point up. Pointing up is easy. As always, basically available on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, at Tales from the Film Set, and on Twitter at Film Set Tales. Tales from the Film Set at Gmail as well. Thanks as always for you guys. I appreciate it. Friday again, we got grinding my gears to bitch, grumble, piss, bitch, and moan about whatever's going on in the world.